Understand, I fought communism.
Yep.
I was in Vietnam twice. I fought them. What the Marines say, we don't start the war, but we end the war. And we go in there, the Chinese have killed 65 million people. I think Stalin killed like 30 million people. Hitler killed 18 million people. But the United States fights those guys. Except now the problem is the battles inside our school system. That's why parents are now called terrorists by Biden, because they question the communist school boards.
It's so weird.
Teaching and wokeism and all, what else are you teaching? Well, again, that's how the whole war started. The Civil War, the Revolutionary War, they had guns. If not, they'd be paying taxes to England. Okay. Another thing I want to say, I like why am I in Arizona, is I can carry Class 3. Class 3 is full auto. You see, in Vietnam, I carried an M60.
Okay.
Full auto. So if you see me cruising around Phoenix with a yoga bag on my side, it's a full auto M16 with 100 rounds of ammunition. And everybody goes in and buys these Glocks, okay? These little plastic guns, I call them. That's fine, The trouble with a Glock is for $50, you can switch it. It becomes full auto illegally. So my full autos are legal, but a switched Glock is illegal, and they're plastic.
Interesting.
Yeah, so I'm pretty good with guns. My highest score was rockets. I was really good at shooting rockets. I loved them, because all the time, the most dangerous I ever felt was I came back from Vietnam in 73. I got spit on by these hippies, like I said, I think Pelosi was in the audience.
Probably.
She wasn't, but anyway, I can see her smiling face. But then I come back to Hawaii and I'm getting spit on. It's 1973. I'm going, what happened to America? But that's what Marx wrote about in 1930 when Columbia University, they brought teachers over. And, in 1960, when I was at school in New York, that's when the rioting started. And that's when all the Kent State and all these things, they shot kids there and all this, because they're arming the kids with indoctrination to go against the system. So anyway, am I concerned? Yes. I got invited back to Arizona State University last year. I almost didn't go, because the last time I was in my MBA program, which only lasted 2 weeks, I go to my accounting class in 1973. I'm sitting in my Marine Corps pilot's outfit. Big mistake. I get spit on in the classroom. The kids just hated me. Oh God, I should have shot you, I carried a gun because I was a top secret officer. We carried guns. And so then the accounting teacher didn't know what he was talking about because he was a teacher.
Yeah.
I learned accounting from my rich dad. So that's in the cash flow board game. That's in Rich Dad, Poor Dad, assets, liabilities, cash flow, all this stuff. And so I got spit on in the classroom, and I swore I'd never go back to school again. So Arizona State called last year, would you come and teach our honors program? I said, you got to be kidding me. I'd rather go back to Vietnam.
Oh, wow.
So anyway, the good news is they prevailed. And last Saturday, we taught the cash flow game to their honors program. And that's really good news. And I was really surprised. I was afraid, because I didn't know who was sitting in the audience. And there was the top students. The other good news is Ron DeSantis here. They called us in to teach financial education in the Florida school system.
Nice.
Elementary school. So education's changing, but they're going to run into opposition, as you know, from most school teachers, because most school teachers have not read the Communist Manifesto. They believe in taxation, labor unions. The pilots are on strike now. They're all labor union guys. Other thing they don't tell you is that my classmates, when he came back, my poor dad wanted me to go fly for United Airlines. I said, why would I do that? I had to join the labor union. He says, yeah, but it's a good job, it's secure and all this stuff. What most people don't know is that United Airlines pilots lost their pensions. They got stolen. And there's a thing called the PBGC, Pension Benefit Guarantee Corporation, supposed to back up all these pensions. It's bankrupt. And so I wrote a book here with Ted Siddell. He's from Fort Lauderdale. And it's called Who Stole My Pension? The next biggest thing you're going to see is our pensions are bankrupt. They've been robbed and stolen. Interesting enough, Biden's top executive is named Gina Raimondo. Mm-hmm. She was the head of Rhode Island's pensions. They went bust. She stole the shit out of them. And she got paybacks from all Wall Street guys. I don't trust Wall Street. I don't trust the Treasury. And I don't trust the Fed. So that's why I'm an entrepreneur. I create my own assets. I don't need theirs. And I have gold, silver, Bitcoin. And so Biden has this woman, Gina Raimondo, and then, this crash. My school is shipping. I went to school to be a tanker officer. So today I own oil wells. I sell oil. I don't sell oil stock. But this guy, Pete Buttigieg, who's the transportation secretary, at the height of the supply chain crisis, he goes on maternity leave. I'm going, I guess not what they're saying is what are they doing. What is this guy Biden doing? The Federal Reserve now is stacked with what are they doing? I'm not saying what are they saying, what are they doing? The academy went to is U.S. Merchant Marine Academy, Kingsport, New York. Our motto was acta non verba, deeds not words. As Marine officers, we're trained to watch what a person does, not what they say.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if I saw a guy who was so afraid, didn't want to go into battle, I had to take him out. I mean, just say, hey, take a break. You're not ready. Do you know what I mean? I don't want you in the back of my aircraft when I'm counting on you. And the thing I loved about flying for the Marine Corps, we fought in teams. We'd go in flights of 3 and 4. So I'm watching the Pelicans fly up and down the beach here. They all fly in formation. Civilian pilots fly alone.
Yeah.
Interesting, huh? But I went to military school. I fought for the Marine Corps. People say the Japanese Marine Corps. No, American Marine Corps.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's how uninformed Americans are, because they go to school. And they never learn to speak the language of money. And the best thing about the language of money, words are free. You don't have to pay for them. If you want to change your life, change your work, your vocabulary. Speak.
There you go.
Speak.
Small ebook, big impact, the wealth tree. The only 4 ways that will make you financially free forever. Download it here for free.